Pipe Cleaner Crafts B said, right now, I tend to think that it only will be harder and harder to grow. The logic is the following. If the RPM on Kids channel will stay low, fewer and fewer newcomers will join. More and more viewers will abandon the platform. What is your opinion on this? Hi everyone, it's Suzanne, and I'm really glad that this question came up because I've been thinking about this for a while now. I've been doing kids channels since 2017, and I started my second kids channel in 2019, right before the COPPA changes. And at that time, our channel was doing very well, and it actually grew quite a bit that next year, even though we had the COPPA restrictions that YouTube put on us. But over the last year, I've noticed that it has been harder and harder to grow our kids channel. And so I've been thinking, what advice would I give people who are thinking about starting a kids channel about whether or not they should start a kids channel, or if they do, is there one strategy that is better than another so that they can actually turn that around into a business for themselves? And what I came up with was a couple of new strategies that I would use if I were going to go into the made for kids creator niche. So one of the things that you notice with the bigger kids channels, the channels that are really succeeding on YouTube, is that they all have a very strong brand presence. So whether it's Ryan's Toy Reviews, Nastya, Diana and Roma, could be Blippi or Coco Melon, they all have that one thing in common. So when you're thinking about starting that channel for kids, I want you to be thinking far ahead into the future and how can you ultimately turn that into a brand? Because the mistake that I made with my husband, and even though I love doing the kids' videos, it's just a passion of mine. The reality is that because we were using branded toys in our videos, it's really going to be hard for us to turn our channel into a particular brand. I can't make a new brand using somebody else's brand. So when you're starting your kids channel, whether you have your kids in it or whether you don't have kids in it, either way, you want to have a long-term vision about what your brand is going to be. So in the case of Ryan's Toy Reviews, Ryan was the figurehead for the brand. In the case of Blippi, Blippi is the figurehead for the brand. So in both of those cases, they're able to move forward with their brands without having to worry about any legal issues in the future. The second thing that they have in common is they have professional video teams. So when you go to Ryan's Toy Reviews website, right on the homepage, they show you 30 people that are on their team that are creating the story for their video, filming it, editing it, creating professional, engaging videos that they can post on YouTube and that they can also use in their own digital products on their site. In addition to that, they can create DVDs, they have toy lines in place, and they're partnering with various brands, all of which are bringing in multiple streams of income in addition to YouTube. So in all of those cases, none of them relies on YouTube ad revenue to create and expand their brand. The third thing that they all have in common is they have multiple YouTube channels. A lot of them are in different languages, but in the case of all those channels, they have millions of subscribers. And when you have that big of channels with that much followership, you're likely going to get higher ad rates on your videos because you have an established brand and advertisers may request to run ads specifically on your videos, which they're able to do. And of course, in those cases, they're going to have to pay a higher premium on those ads. And so likely Ryan and Nastya and Diana and Roma are making much higher ad rates than say you or I are, because our channels just aren't as well known and people aren't auctioning the ads that are going on our videos. So we're getting basically the lowest paid ads on our videos, whereas they are probably likely getting very high paying ad rates on theirs. So what if you're not planning on making one of those types of channels? Say you want to go into kids vlogs. Well, my suggestion for a strategy is you can either choose to start your channel as a family vlog so that it is not technically a made for kids channel. You can still have your kids in it with the family, but you're not having to designate those videos as made for kids because they're actually made for a general audience and families. The other thing you can do is you can start out your channel with your kids and make it a made for kids channel. And then as your kids are getting older, you can pivot those channels into an older audience channel. A great example of someone who did this is Tiana. Tiana started out probably about 6 years ago with a toy channel. And over the years, as she's been growing, she's of course been aging and her audience is aging with her. So she naturally moved into a channel where it is now more for people her age, like preteens and teenagers. And now she doesn't have to designate her channel as a made for kids channel, and she can make a little bit higher earning ad revenue. But even in her case, if you look at her channel and her brand, she still adheres to those 3 things that I just talked about that the larger successful YouTube channels are adhering to. And that is strong branding, having a professional team so that you can create the best possible videos, and having multiple YouTube channels. So now that I've shared with you what I believe are the best strategies for starting your kids channel, click this video right here to help you get started.